Atlanta continues to own the offensive glass here in the fourth quarter. Great board.
You lost. You failed. Loser! I don't even play basketball and I would have made that shot. And even if I didn't make that shot, I'd have did something funny. You know, I'd have did something funny. Caitlin Clark was like, hey, let's all do this hoop code hand point.
But just 35% from three after a couple years in the 40s. Howard misses that one.
Ryan Howard or Alicia Gray, I think Ryan Howard, airballs a shot to win the game late. It lands in Angel Reese's lap, and collectively the whole world said, yeah, she ain't making that. Collectively, the whole world said, oh, Angel Reese has it? Oh, and it's a layup? Yeah, she's breaking that. And lo and behold, point blank range to win the game, we get a classic Angel Reese pray-up and a...
Angel Reese had every chance to become the hero of this game. Instead, she ended up becoming the punchline, and that's not an exaggeration. That's exactly how things unfolded on the floor between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream. By the time the final buzzer sounded, Reese wasn't celebrating a win. She was left trying to explain what had just gone wrong.
Caitlin Clark laughing at Angel Reese after she missed a wide-open layup for the win.
Quarter. Great board, just could not convert it.
Was pushed under the hoop just enough to not have a great angle. To OT we go.
She was standing under the rim with her hands on her head while Caitlin Clark walked past her, smiling on her way to another statement victory. And if you want to understand why this rivalry refuses to cool down, this one game gives you the entire blueprint in just 90 minutes basketball. The matchup delivered enough twists, pressure, and drama to keep even casual WNBA viewers talking long after the final buzzer. Because what happened next wasn't just another game between two young stars. It turned into another chapter in a rivalry that refuses to disappear.
Angel Reese, you had me laughing at you, girl. I told you, Angel Reese is a pure bum, the worst kind. Angel Reese is the type to steal the trash off your curb and try to see if she can go put it in her refrigerator. The girl can't make a layup to save her life. She missed like 7 layups in the first quarter. Meanwhile, me, the GOAT, Caitlin Clark, I'm putting on shows every single night. 26 points, 9 assists. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever humiliate Angel Reese. Or maybe Angel Reese just humiliated herself, as the Indiana Fever go on to win. 29 points, 9 assists. Am I looking like the...
Let's start at the moment things actually turned physical, because this didn't begin as some heated back and forth between two players who already hated each other. It started with Reese getting cooked on defense, plain and simple. Midway through the first quarter, Clark pulled up from deep off the dribble with Reese draped all over her, contesting as tightly as she possibly could, and the shot still fell, clean through the net.
Because she was crap in this game. A bag of crap. She was awful. Angel Reese was terrible. Speaking of terrible, Angel Reese never beating the allegations. This was to open the game.
With Reese leaking out, finds her.
Lee Sheet, that was awful. Wow, that was awful. One more good time. It did a... Yeah. Yikes. Holy moly. Holy...
That is the kind of moment that can quietly get under a defender's skin, even if nobody watching realizes it right away. You do everything right defensively. You stay in position, contest the shot as tightly as possible, and the ball still goes in. For a competitor like Reese, who prides herself on being physical and disruptive, that has to sting a little.
Caitlin Clark laughing at Angel Reese for missing the game-winning layup! Helen Keller could have made the layup! It was the fucking second layup that she missed. She missed a wide open drive in the first quarter, and then she misses the game-winning layup. And then, of course, we have the halftime crew just glazing Angel Reese, making it seem like she's a better player than Kelsey Mitchell, making it seem like she's a better player than Caitlin Clark. And Angel Reese with the total brick of a three-pointer. No wonder why they left her wide open, misses the layup. And look of disappointment on both her coach and teammates' face when she missed the game-winning layup. At least Angel was honest at halftime with Holly. I was a little bit impressed by that, where she was like, hey, I am playing like shit right now. I really got to step it up. I will say she is good on defense. She's always good on defense. She's a rebound machine, but she shouldn't shoot the ball so much. This photo just like needs to be...
A few possessions later, Ryan Howard's shot went up and missed, and both Reese and Clark scrambled for the loose ball underneath the basket. That's when things got physical. Instead of simply using her body to box out during a normal rebounding battle, Reese appeared to drive her forearm into Clark's neck to keep her away from the ball. Not just a routine bump, not simply two players colliding while fighting for position. It was contact that immediately caught everyone's attention. And this didn't happen in some crowded corner where an official could claim they missed the angle. It happened directly in front of the referees, right there in the paint under bright arena lights, with cameras from multiple angles capturing the sequence, which immediately raised the question, how did the officials interpret that contact?
The 40s. Howard misses that one. Out of bounds. And it will be Indiana basketball. 4:10 to go in the first, and the Fever lead by 2.
So let's go to Angel Reese clocking Caitlin Clark right in the throat hole.
With just 35.
Right here, you're going to watch. There she gets her in the neck, and there she gets her in the throat. Yeah. What are we doing? Neck, throat.
Clark immediately turned toward the officials with her arms out, practically asking for the whistle. From the broadcast angle, the contact was easy to notice. She had taken contact around the neck while fighting for the basketball, and viewers at home immediately questioned why no call was made. But the referees didn't react. No whistle, no review, nothing. Reese was allowed to continue, and she didn't even stop to see whether a call was coming. She simply turned around and ran back up the floor as if nothing had happened, carrying on with the same expression she'd have after a routine defensive rebound. And that raised an even bigger question. Was this just missed contact, or was the officiating standard about to become part of the story?
Look at how she hit Caitlin in the neck. Look, watch this. First time, look, second time. Bro, like, what are we doing? And then the refs act like they didn't see it. Like, bro, the refs in Atlanta got...
The reaction online was immediate, and it was not kind to Reese. Clips of the contact spread across social media within minutes, pulling in hundreds of thousands of views before halftime had even arrived. Fans who normally try to stay neutral in this rivalry, people who insist they just want to watch good basketball without picking a side, were sure struggling to defend what they had just seen. One fan put it bluntly, arguing that Reese isn't a strong rebounder when she has to rely on technique and positioning, and that she becomes overly physical when the ball doesn't bounce her way. Another fan pointed out something that made the sequence even more interesting. Just minutes earlier, Clark had scored directly over Reese's best defensive contest, so to some viewers the shove looked less like a routine hustle play and more like frustration boiling over in real time. Whatever the actual motivation was, the pattern critics have been pointing to in this matchup was once again on display: physical, aggressive, and dangerously close to the line of what's considered clean basketball.
Yo, Caitlin Clark is ridiculous, man, and in my opinion, she's the MVP right now. I mean, this performance by her was just insane, and look at this three right away in Angel Reese's face.
The switch on Reese will fire.
It's really obvious that these two do not like each other.
Here's the thing about that kind of gamesmanship, though. It only matters if it actually changes the outcome, and on this night, it didn't change a single thing in Reese's favor. She spent the rest of the first half struggling to find any kind of offensive rhythm, missing shot after shot in the paint that she normally converts. By the time her shooting night was over, she had started 0 for 6 and finished 5 for 16 from the field. That's a genuinely rough shooting performance for a player whose reputation is built around physicality and finishing around the rim. To her credit, Reese still contributed elsewhere. She battled for rebounds and finished with 14 rebounds and 6 assists, so she certainly didn't disappear from the box score. But the physicality that had dominated the earlier sequence wasn't translating into made baskets. And Clark? She looked completely unaffected. She simply kept doing what she came to do: play basketball, control the game, and let the scoreboard answer the noise.
Angel Reese on a fast break. She sucks from 3. Boom! Whoa! Angel Reese on a layup. Can't score it. She stinks. Look at all these layups missed. The girl is awful. The girl is garbage. Here she comes. I'm going full court. Hey, boom! Get that out of here. She sucks. Here comes Angel Reese coming down the lane again. Uh-oh, spinning and missing another layup. It's missing another layup. Here we go. She's looking for fouls. Here we go, down low, down low. Uh-oh, I'm spinning. I'm missing another layup. The girl is horrible. The girl is terrible at the game. Here we come, coming down the lane. Here we go. I lost it out of bounds. Down low again, another layup opportunity, and she missed it. She's terrible. Here we go for three. Clank. Here we go. Here we go. Game on the line. Uh-oh, I can win it. Smoke the layup. Then Naz Hillman follows up and smokes the layup. I mean, you starting to rub off on the other people on the route.
Fast forward to the fourth quarter, and this game had turned into an absolute battle down the stretch. Rhyne Howard was putting together a career night for Atlanta, eventually finishing with a career-high 32 points. And the Dream kept clawing their way back every time Indiana tried to pull away and put the game out of reach. With the score tied at 81 and the clock bleeding towards 0, Howard fired up a three-point attempt that missed off the front rim. Reese fought for the ball with Aaliyah Boston practically riding on her back the entire way. Somehow, she ripped down the offensive rebound in heavy traffic. This was Reese's moment. This was exactly the kind of play she had been physically imposing herself to create all night. All she needed to do now was finish it clean.
5 seconds. Howard launches. Missed it badly. Reese the putback. Won't go. Hillman, no. And we have...
She couldn't finish it. With Boston draped all over her and barely any room to work, Reese put up a putback attempt that didn't even reach the front rim, clanking off short with just 3 seconds left on the clock. The ball bounced loose again, and Naz Hillman scrambled desperately to save the possession with a follow-up layup of her own. Boston got back and swatted that one away too. 2 chances right at the rim, 2 golden opportunities to send Indiana home with a loss, and Atlanta couldn't convert either one. All that physical effort Reese had put into fighting for position, and when it actually mattered, with the game sitting right there for the taking and the clock about to hit 0, she couldn't finish the play in front of her. The physical battle was one thing, but the final possession was where the game was actually decided.
Did y'all see that game? That was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, and it couldn't have happened to a nicer individual. Angel Reese, probably the most despised person in the history of all sports, couldn't get a layup in. She tried the first time, couldn't get it. She tried the second time, couldn't get it. Even her teammates was like, come on, man. The third time at that point, the Indiana Fever just backed off. They're like, nah, come on, girl. I mean, we feel bad. Go ahead. She's like, I'm Jordan. No, I'm not. Meanwhile, motherfreaking Kate Clark was laughing at her. She was like, the camera caught it. They even had to do a double take. She did the moonwalk. She was like, beat it.
And this is the part of the night that really went viral across every platform. As Reese stood under the basket in visible disbelief, surrounded by teammates trying to console her after the missed opportunity, the broadcast cut to Clark walking back toward the Fever bench. She was smiling. Not a small, polite grin either. It was a genuine laugh, clearly amused by the sequence that had just unfolded right in front of her. Maybe it was simply relief after such a tense stretch of physical basketball, but the timing made the moment even more memorable. And here's where things could have gone completely sideways for Indiana, because the game wasn't over. Regulation ended tied, sending the matchup into overtime with both teams running on fumes and playing almost entirely on emotion and adrenaline. Everything that had happened before overtime suddenly meant nothing. Now, one possession could decide the entire story.
3 free throws here for Rhyne Howard is going to resuscitate this game for Atlanta, but Indiana will immediately challenge it. Let's see. Oh, I don't see anything.
With about 10 seconds left in overtime and Indiana clinging to a slim lead, officials called a foul on Clark that sent Rhyne Howard to the free throw line for 3 attempts. Indiana immediately challenged the call, and even the broadcast crew said on air that they expected it to be overturned after the replay. It looked soft. It looked like exactly the kind of call that gets reversed 9 times out of 10 in a moment like this. But then the officials went to the monitor, reviewed the play, and upheld the foul anyway. Howard calmly stepped to the line and knocked down all 3 free throws, cutting what had been a comfortable Fever lead to just 2 points in the blink of an eye. Suddenly, Atlanta had life again. For a moment, it looked like the officials had handed the Dream a path back into a game they had already had 2 golden opportunities to win in regulation. And now, with only seconds remaining, Indiana had to survive one more possession.